Hello everyone, welcome on in. Happy Monday. That's also the thing you hopping on. I did warn you guys. We are here with some more D&D. And yes, we were talking about Psycole's cat.
I'm dying. I'm just blaming you for pressing, live and not me. So
Yes.
that's entirely on you.
I mean, I asked if you were ready to go live. You said yes, and I swapped over. So, yes, hello everyone. Welcome on in. A happy Monday. I hope everyone has had a great day so far. We are back with some more Eberron Noir, and we're actually going into darkness for once.
Can that be my favorite moment?
If
I
you
mean,
want,
it can.
it can. If you want, sure, why not? Yeah. So. The music you were listening to at the start and then you're listening to right now is by... why can I never remember? This time it's The Black Cat by Aaron Kenny, also from YouTube Library. Because I kind of realized that that's the intro to the YouTube videos. I keep saying another name. Because on the Twitch stream, it's another song.
I normally just say Kenny to everything to just be a dick, and in this case it was
it was Aaron Kenny. You can find it over at the YouTube library of music you can use for YouTube videos and Twitch streams and whatever. The overlay starting soon screen and the map were made by me in Incarnate, as well as these character stat block things. The beautiful character art, including mine down there, were made by Nat. Check his stuff out. It's amazing. Very nice just to listen to, small sound bites if you're doing something else in the background, so go check it out. Sound effects and music during the game will be by Sirenscape. This time that way. The chest weasel that you see up there was made by Pointy Hat. You can find his stuff over on YouTube as well. I don't have a direct link, but just type in Pointy Hat and you'll find it. I ran into an ad for his stuff over at Critical Role the other day, so that was fun. His hexbound stuff. It's amazing. I want it, and the art is just beautiful.
Is it bound 6 times, or is it a hex?
No, it's basically a witch subclass for the wizard.
At which point it's a hex.
Yes, so hexbound is his stuff, and it's beautiful and amazing and so cool, and I want it so bad because it's so beautiful. There was something else I was going to say. Why? Roll20, really? Why? Why do you need to verify my login now? Like, yeah. No. Let's show everyone my login information. Sure.
Yes, let's also dox yourself while you're at it.
I know, right? Beautiful, amazing, cool. Oh yeah. If you want to know what happened last time in this campaign, or just check it out from the beginning, you can check out the YouTube channel where all of that comes in. If you want to just come and hang out with us, we do have a Discord channel, you can check out there. And while I'll fix this, if you want to know what if you want to know what you can do to help or hinder the party, you can type in !perks in the chat. You can get these red diamonds, which are hero points for the chat, for the players and myself. Hero points can be used to stabilize someone who's on death saves, succeed but not crit on a attack, not attack, or an ability check, or a save, or petition the DM for shenanigans, which is what it's mostly used for. I need to quickly make sure that you are not on the DM version of this. Yes, banana. And...
Nothing.
OBS is now having a stroke for some reason. I don't know why. It's telling me the encoder is overloaded, but it does never usually have a problem with it. Was that fun?
The OBS is personifying me. Overloaded.
So, anyone want to give us a recap of what happened last time?
Not it.
That's not it. This is the quickest not ever. Last time, I'm rapidly trying to type them into the Discord chat, but I will have to refer to my paper notes. Last time, we confronted a water elemental that wanted payment for passage through the land near the water's edge, and we
Teddy.
uncovered that there were several.
There was a teddy, just a black tentacle past your screen.
Oh, Teddy! I can't wait to play. I hope I get to play that character again because it's always hilarious when Teddy the tentacle tails back up. Namely the cat's tail.
Right.
Which Oren successfully manages to resolve by making payment in the form of a mirror. We then camp in the abandoned fisherman's hut near the water's not far from the water's edge, where we also find a trapdoor with some provisions for someone who appears to be trying to arrange a rendezvous in this location, but we are not a curious bunch and therefore didn't care about trying to find out who. It's not until I read back through the notes afterwards that I'm like, there's probably story beats here that we've missed because we didn't check out what you were saying. But hey, now the cat is sitting in my notes. Can you move? Move. Matty, come.
No.
During the watch,
Piss off,
Oren. She's giving me a glare. During the watch, Oren managed to encounter 4 people who were sneaking up on ourselves. And promptly invited them for breakfast.
Like you do.
Like you do. We found out that they were looking for somebody called Dan, who is a dwarf of some sort with a missing eye, and that Dario wishes for some information that person may have. And they, after the breakfast, they advised us that we should probably meet up with Dario at Zandra. Zandra? Can't read my handwriting. Zandra, thank you. At which point, Craren decides to get mildly confrontational and summon a ball of acid to throw at them, and therefore give them some impetus to leave. They leave to the northeast, and then we kind of follow on behind them. We travel on. I think we camp for another night before we reach the village that we are aiming for. We have a brief standoff outside said village, and then we kind of get invited inside, and we are basically now doing a murder mystery in the village full of murderers and other criminals. I think that briefly sums up that. We are currently down, or we've made our journey down into the mining and prison. Mine and prison, that is... God's sake, my brain is going off on details. Underneath the lake that mines for Biasec ore, and we are... Yes, so we've been going down there to investigate the murder and the murders and work out what's going on. We are trying to keep that from Silence, who currently is in charge of the village, and all of the other escapees from the prison. We've been given various different rewards depending on the level of return that we do, i.e. information, dead or head, depending on which version we're on. We get different volumes of money back. And as we arrived in the prison, Lynette decides to perk up and says that she has been wanting to visit this location for ages. And that was where we finished.
Indeed. You can take a point of inspiration for that one.
Thank you. It is mine. I must have used it recently.
I mean, you tend to use it, so I don't mind giving it out. So yes, with that, if we are all as comfortable as we are going to get, let's get started.
When we last left our intrepid heroes,
Parley, don't. Bad kitty. I am ready. Sorry, my cat was destroying my furniture.
Fair enough.
I mean, so anyway.
The air is still. The scent of lost dreams, stone, and rust hangs heavy around you. Craren. The only thing lacking for the first time you dove into the world of secrets is the scent of parchment and aged paper. Another secret hidden underground, another hold to grasp. For yourself or some other. It's up to you to decide. There's stories to find in this blue-tinged darkness. Starting with whoever might be around you. As you look around in this tight tunnel leading from the staircase, you can see a door to either side of you. From one, a coldness seems to seep, almost as if frost is trying to touch you even through the slightly waterlogged wood. To the other, it comes a faint blue light, flickering and dancing back and forth. This far down below the lake, it's kinda hard to tell if the world above is even there. What would you like to do?
I would like to turn down Sirenscape because it's bloody creepy.
Yes, I am working on that, because that was loud.
I mean, me as a player just keeps going in my own head. I've been working on the railroad. I don't know why, but that's where my mind is going, and that's apparently where Kraren's mind is going. I don't know why. I can't contextualize this in a way that makes sense.
I mean, this whole thing was inspired by the man from the railroad from Old Gods of Appalachia, the podcast, so, you know. But yes. I'm not sure if the marching order you're in is the one presented on the thing.
You placed us here, so
I just
had
placed
no
you guys on the map, roughly where
Yes.
you're at, and it doesn't like to stack tokens. So if
I-
that's
I'm-
the
I was gonna
mod
say-
you want to be in.
In a weird scenario, I can see Valerial.
What? She's not on the map.
All I'm saying is, directly above my character token, I can see Valerial.
Yes, because that's a character token that doesn't belong there. Yeah, no, doesn't even remotely belong there.
I don't see this.
Same.
Oh,
Oh, I see it too.
Do you want me to screenshot this for you?
Yes,
Yes,
please do that, because on my end, it's Craren.
Yes, on top, but below Craren.
Yeah, that's on my end. It's Romulus. Oh
Yeah.
wait, I found her. Hold on,
Oh.
Yes.
she's not supposed to be there.
Ta-da!
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
in
I
the
found
back
her.
pocket.
Found her. She's not there
Mhm.
anymore. Okay.
So less of Tits McGee.
Yes. More dicks out. Let's go.
I
We
mean,
are a sausage fest, aren't we?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
the only way apparently.
So, as I said, I just placed your
I'm hungry.
tokens on the map. If this is the marching order you want,
I
go
mean,
for it. If
that's
otherwise, just
what it
move your
is.
tokens around to roughly where you would be.
I mean, let's be fair. We arrived at some stairs, and then we
Yes.
did things. Who would naturally go first at this point?
well, so I probably would have gone first.
Yeah.
However, when we land, as in reach this level, and my lovely brother informs me that Lynette is talking again, I will almost certainly be stood either right behind him or right next to him to make sure I'm as close to him as I can. As
Yeah.
a
Okay.
buffer to the others. So
I mean,
So-
this is mostly a limitation of how the VTT works because it's one tile wide. We could easily walk 2 or 3 in. You know that's not the
Yeah.
problem.
So the walls here, like the corridors here, are about 7 feet wide. So you could stand 2. Like you can walk 2 by 2. You can't really swing any weapons or do any big movements if you're walking 2 by 2, but you can do that without like squeezing.
We're manly men. We're men in tights.
Yes.
I like that reference.
So
you know, I only watched that film very, very recently.
it's such a good film.
Like
though.
I only just watched The Princess Bride. I'd never seen The Princess Bride before, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch both of his movies that he's so famous for. And I forgot
It's
his name.
such yes.
And why should the people of England listen to you? Because, unlike some other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent.
Yeah.
My favourite bit.
Yes.
That was such a dig for Kevin Costner's one as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
It is, and I believe Eddie Izzard brings that up. It's one of those, but there's also all sorts of rubbish American actors, and there's like, yes, Maid Marian, let's. Do you like my etchings? Do you want a cup of tea? But
All right.
As far as movies comes, that wouldn't have worked. It's like you need the action to happen, and given the time when it was filmed, that didn't make sense.
Indeed. Speaking of
I'm happy.
action,
I'm happy with this layout. It's fine
All
by
right.
me.
Yep, I'm happy either way.
Yeah, but put the
I
squishy
believe
wizard at
Aaron
the front.
probably has the longest dark vision, so it might make sense for him to be somewhere around the front.
yeah, I mean that's fair.
So
Yeah, your dark vision
You know,
is
you might
insane
have
in
him-
this area. So where
Yeah,
you're standing,
you might have him on a toddler leash at the moment or something. I don't know.
I just see this is how bad my character's dark vision is and how it works in the model. I didn't realise it was Oren that was stood in front of me as a character token. I honestly thought it was Crown.
All right, I need to fix that because you do have the goggles of night, which gives you 60 feet, right?
Yeah, I can see down to here. That's fairly simple, but
Okay,
I don't know
yeah.
whether or not there's a door. There was a door. There was a door, and I was behind the door. That was.
Yeah.
I can see.
What
Oh,
person,
shit.
what character's vision is reflected here?
So right now, all of you have at least 60 feet of dark vision. So all of you can see. It is on Roll20. It is set so that what you as a player see is what your character can see.
Yeah, no, but more of a your fuck off screen.
Oh, for me?
Because that makes no sense. Because I will just send you a picture of. what
Yeah,
I
no, no.
saw.
So what can be seen on the stream is
Yes, that's
it's
what
a
I'm asking.
player. So basically, it can see on the stream. You can see what the character with the longest dark vision can see.
Which I think is Oren.
Yeah, which is
Oh, yeah,
Oren.
yeah, yeah.
So you
And
if you watch
Baron is
on
up
the
in
stream,
stairs, so
Yeah.
it's like it's a narrow slit of nothing.
yeah, basically. So what stream can see is what Oren can see.
No, okay. Because I was just trying
Cat
to
hair.
make sense of was like what am I actually watching and how does this make sense? But okay,
Yeah, no,
now it
so
makes sense to me. Okay.
On stream, you can see what Oren can see. Basically, I think it because I have the option of rejoin as player, and I think it picks the one token with the longest dark vision, or the like what.
Or whoever joined first, or whoever.
Yeah,
I
some
think you
people
can just
select
see what
something.
every character can see, because I can't see the rooms behind me, obviously.
Oh yeah, that might actually.
Yeah,
Wait, can any one of us actually see the room, or is this some form of fictional weirdness character that is actually? I'm genuinely curious now.
so this one, the room that you're standing by, I think it's only Romulus who can see into it.
Yeah, I can see what's in there.
Yeah, I get a sliver, but that's purely from that angle that I'm at.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
that
it's a
makes
combination
sense
of
now.
all your tokens. So
Yes.
stream can see a combination of your tokens.
Yeah. And but well, you as a DM,
I can see the whole map.
no, this view, you can see what the combined party can see.
Yes.
As such, you can pick and choose.
Yeah.
In that sense, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So Romulus, you can see you have a door to your right that is closed currently, and you have a broken door to your left that lets in the light from what looks like, if you peek inside, you can see a blue flame that seems to be burning without a source.
Interesting. Okay, well, I relay that piece of quite important sounding information to the others. I don't know what's in this closed door. I can have a look. I could have a look if everyone's up for that, or we can tackle what's in this first room with the broken door.
Oh, up
And
to you.
then door.
All right.
Okay. Okay, that settles it. We're going in here first.
Okay, so you walk in. You have to kind of squeeze by because the way that the door is broken, it's open, but it's kind of hanging off its hinges and it's lodged into a crack in the ground, and you can see that the what looks like some kind of almost like concrete has been shifted and broken by something, and like wide long cracks that seems to continue way beyond the stone brick walls around you. Towards the bottom center of this room, a flame seems to dance over one of the big cracks in the ground. There's seemingly no source for it, and the fire itself is blue. It gives off a kind of like almost a iron tang smell to the air. And it doesn't give off heat at all.
Interesting.
I like those.
Okay, there's two things I would like to try and do. First thing, could I attempt a mind link with it, just in case it is some sort of like sentient spirit
sure.
thing?
Go for it.
Okay,
roll me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Is this the moment where the DM is going, I need more D6s?
I get advantage on wisdom, don't I? Or is that just wisdom saves?
I think that's wisdom saves. This is just a check.
Saves.
So you're establishing a link with something here.
Gotcha.
You expand your mind out like you normally do when you set up this telepathic link, and while the fire itself seems to be just some form of flame of some kind, as you set up this link, you start hearing like whispers, sounds, something that sounds like conversations. You can't make out the words, but it's like a just static in your head. And basically you hear a soft giggle, and you realize after a moment that it's Lunette giggling, but not that kind of half sinister one that she usually does. It's genuine happiness.
Interesting.
Not the kind of like that she normally
afraid.
does. It's just
Be
a
very afraid.
very happy giggling.
Is I ask
I
her
hate
if she can hear me? Is this familiar to you?
Oh, no. Well, sort of. Well, not really. It's familiar. I don't know why it's familiar though, and that's so exciting, isn't it?
It's familiar, but you don't know why. Interesting.
I almost want to say that that's where I'm from, but you wouldn't
Oh.
get No, it's not that either.
Hmm. Do you have any other kind of memory of? Do you have no memory of where you were from? Like it's completely blank for you. Do you have like snippets?
Oh, well, I do know where I'm from.
Ah, okay.
I'm from Mabar originally, I think.
Ah,
But how I got here, I have no idea. But I think this is maybe connected. I don't know. Kind of feels like home, kind of doesn't. But
maybe a connected plane.
yes, that might be it. I mean, I've heard about this place from other people, and I really wanted to go here. But
Maybe this is why.
yes.
Do you? I assume that you don't enjoy being in a sword, and you'd probably want to go home at some point.
Well, yes.
I can't hear you.
You're muted.
So, oh my.
There we go.
My microphone decided to be a bitch.
Hmm.
Well, I don't want to be in a sword, but it's hard to move around as a me when I'm me, because I have I have a memory of being me and moving around here, and there were bright yellow flames and people with pitchforks.
Oh. Okay.
So it's easier, but also very boring to be a sword.
Okay. Interesting. Can I take a closer look at this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What was the name of the place that Lynette? Oh, wait, never mind. Your answer.
Yep.
Wow,
So, yeah, Lynette is from the plane of Mabar originally. I think I mentioned that at some point, but yeah, she is a spirit. She's a spirit from Mabar originally.
It's rather convenient that the color of my sword that I did in my artwork is also blue.
Yes.
I can't tell if that is like just a coincidence or.
I made this map at the start of this campaign, and then you made the art, and I was like, "That's fucking perfect."
Oh, brilliant! Wonderful.
That's perfect.
Okay, in that case, then, can I?
Because we've already had to retrospectively work out the Kalashtar. Our experience of Kalashtar are dark haired and
Yes.
normal coloured eyed rather than blonde and red eyed.
Yeah, basically. So yeah. And that also really fits very well because of the story of Orkalun, because they are different type of Kalashtar. So
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Can I get a closer look at? Can I approach these?
Yeah,
Heatless flames.
absolutely. You can get pretty close up to it, without feeling any real difference. Like, the temperature in here is already kind of chilly because you're deep underground. You're under a lake and there's stone all around you. So while it's not cold, it's that root cellar chill to the air as it is. And it does well, not for you because you're right next to Craren, but
I feel
actually,
that a large portion of the weirdness in this is like, yeah, it's down to Craren. Yeah, please to blame.
yeah, no. So as you step away from Craren, you do feel that it gets colder when you approach this flame. But you're not entirely sure if it's because you're stepping away from the heating cube or if it's the flame that does something.
Can I reach out and touch it, see if it actually burns me, or?
Yeah, no, yeah. You put your hand through it, and are you wearing gloves or are you barehanded?
I'm wearing gloves.
Okay,
Or picture.
so you put your hand through it, and you see the flame. It's an interesting mix because dark vision is grayscale, but you can clearly see like the flame is giving off light. It's a dim light, but enough to see that the flame is like a pale blue to a dark blue at the tips. And as you put your hand through it, it breaks apart and like weaves around like a normal flame, but it doesn't burn you. There's no temperature difference. Instead, that connection that you try to establish with it seems to intensify. You still can't make out words, but the volume of conversation increases.
Interesting. Brother, can you come in here for a second?
Sure. Yeah, he will. I was just debating whether or not he would attempt to open the door further, even though I knew. Well, I think he would attempt to open the door further.
Yep.
Yes. Can he kind of slam into the door as if it was quite urgent?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me an athletics check.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to move out of the way of the path of the door just in case.
Oh dear.
You slam your side into the door, and you feel that if you've ever like hit a spit into a rock, that kind of that sensation, that tingling sensation, just travels in across your nerves in an instant.
Ow.
So the door is not budging. It is wedged in there, in a crack in the ground.
You will hear him swear like he's just stubbed his toe,
Yes.
and then he will, kind of come into the room properly.
Yeah. So yeah, as you walk around, you see that a bit of the cracked ground is like up against the. You felt the wood give a little and then come back. You needed a 15 to break the door.
Oof.
I almost used that. I almost went for, fuck it, I'm doing this because I want to break the door down, but then I was like, I'm bound to need that inspiration at some point later on.
All right.
I relay to Remus basically what Lynette has said and what I've experienced with this ethereal kind of flame. I was wondering if you could maybe have a go at trying mind link with it, because I'm only getting some sort of kind of whispers. Like some conversation. Would you be willing to try, see if you have any more luck?
I mean, I guess, brother. It's not like we should really just Lynette for anything, but hey, why not? And I also then create a mind link with the flame.
All right. Give me a wisdom check.
I mean, you mean besides all the other? I wonder if this one is sentient. Let me mind link to it regarding every piece of rock we've ever come across. So how is this different?
Look, that's different because he recognizes them as an individual or a thing. Lynette seems far too happy to be here, and she wants like brother has already Romulus has already mind linked to it. Like, imagine what like having two people with us connected to that sword might be like.
All right.
That is entirely fair.
You also conclude that the flame seems to just be some form of flame. You hear faint, like way in the back, like someone talking 3 rooms down kind of conversation. You can tell basically what Romulus was talking about, but it's so quiet that you actually have to like focus to hear it.
Remus will close his eyes as if he's concentrating to try and understand what's going on. And then he will shout, "It sounds like a library in here!" And then just... it's like,
What?
it's like, I'm getting next to nothing. It's
Yeah.
like the quietest little whisper in the back of my head. It's
Okay.
like, I have to really concentrate to listen to whatever it is that's there. And it's just background noise.
There's an experiment I want to do, but it will require everyone to be out of the room.
Brother.
Yeah, Craren is already out of the room.
Oh, why is
Yeah.
Bastian on the bloody map now? Okay, hi.
Don't ask me.
Go
I
away.
was about to. I was about to ask you. Was it why is there 5 of us now?
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
of our past.
Yes.
Brother, what is this experiment you wish to do?
I want to stick the sword in the fire.
I mean, that doesn't require
Um,
everyone to be out of the room.
I know, but just in case, like,
well, it depends on what sword he's talking about. But
Oren, no, Oren. It's the.
you know perfectly
it's
well
the
what
net.
sword I'm referring to.
Yes. Yes.
The one that's a mind of
Bring
its
the
own.
door with you.
I mean,
that
that can
could
describe
be
it
either
as
of them,
well.
mate. That could be either of them.
And I want to do this knowing that no one is going to be in the immediate vicinity to get hurt.
Oh,
Are you sure
I'll stay
about
outside.
this?
Was that sorry?
Are you sure about this?
I'm like 90-ish% sure, give or take a few dozen percentages.
Right. 19%.
90% sure.
Okay. Fine.
I'm about
Right.
90% concerned. If that helps.
Fine, brother.
Thank you.
I trust you.
Thank you.
I don't.
I will-
But I'm not gonna argue.
And if anything, Remus, we have ways of making things better. Not necessarily, magic things away, but in the event that things should happen and things should turn bad, we have ways to make them better.
And while I'm at it, I
Basically,
also
what he means is if you die, he can pick you back up.
Thank you. While I'm at it, I also want to look at the writing that's on my blade. I've been meaning to do that since I got the eyes of the Roomkeeper, but like, just haven't had a chance yet.
All right. So you pull the sword out. Are you sticking it right in there, or are you reading it first?
I'll read it first.
Okay. So, because I'm a dumbass and can't remember what
Do
line, I
not
think I said
immerse
right.
in flame.
don't put in fire. Extremely
Sure.
flammable.
Flammable.
Oh,
You-
you did do this before.
You pull the sword out, and there is, that kind of humming that you get if you walk close to a live wire, like a paddock wire. The whole sword seems to be like vibrating with that kind of same kind of hum. And as you look over it, there are runes etched along the guard of it that you've seen before. And takes a little moment for your eyes to adjust to the runes. But along, like just above the guard, the runes spell out Starfall.
Starfall. Interesting. That's a cool name. I like that. Okay.
Do you read it out loud for the others, or do you keep it to yourself for now?
I let the others know.
Okay. As you say the name out loud, you see the whole blade just light up. Say like a white flame. From the guard all the way to the tip. And then vanish.
What, the whole sword is gone?
Yes. And along your right arm is a bracelet of white beads.
Guys? I haven't stuck it in the fire, but something else has happened, which is very unexpected.
Do you
Why
care
don't
to
you-
elaborate?
So I read. So you know how there's writing on the guard of my sword.
Yeah.
I said it out loud in the hopes that you would hear it.
Yeah, Starfall, right?
Starfall. Yeah, and then it erupted in white flames and disappeared, and now I've got like a white bead. I've got like a friendship bracelet around my wrist now, and I don't know why.
Why don't you try saying it again and see if maybe you can resummon it?
Starfall?
Nothing happens.
Can I stick my hand with the bracelet in the fire? Does that do anything?
As you put your hand with the bracelet into the flame, you see the outline of a sword in your hand.
Uh-huh.
Just you hold your hand in like this, and you see the hilt, the guard, and the blade under your hand, ready to be grasped. It's not in your hand though. You can't it's not in your hand. It's just under your hand.
Is it like? Can I grab it? Is it tangible? Or
Yeah,
is it
you
literally
grab
just-
it and it's there.
I grab it. Okay, and I pull it out of the fire.
Yep. It looks like your sword, except there's a slight sheen of white along the edge.
Ooh, okay. Well,
Are
that
you
was
okay there?
yes. I think.
I think I would advance back into the room at this point.
As he does that, I'm going to put the sword back in its sheath.
It vanishes. As soon as you let it go, the sword is gone.
Okay.
Would you have explained what's going on there to us?
So so you know about the beads. I stuck that hand with the beads into the fire, and I was able to grab the blade from that fire and pull it out, and then it was like this, like Super Saiyan equivalent to a blade. And then as I tried to put it back into my sheath, it disappeared. So unless do I still have the beads on my wrist?
Yeah, it looks like a thin row of round glass beads that wrap around your arm or
Is
your
Okay,
wrist.
there
so-
any?
Adana,
So-
small question.
Mhm.
Oren knows some interesting folks.
Yes.
I'm wondering if, having known this, he might consider that this might be akin to a warlock's pact weapon.
Give me a Arcana check.
Yeah, I need to open up his sheet. Please open, please open. Arcana. I have a 0
Or
to that.
history, actually. Oh, Arcana. Yeah, from what you know of Romulus and for what you remember from in the past, probably. Could be a pact weapon.
So he would just go, well, first of all, you a warlock?
I am.
Have you ever heard of a pact weapon?
No.
So,
What?
warlocks sometimes get a special weapon that they don't need to carry around and they can just summon it to their hand whenever they want.
Okay, that's. handy.
So maybe try and pick it up, like go like you're gonna grab it without being near the fire and see if it works.
Okay, so I reach my hand out, like not near the fire. Can I grab it?
You don't
anything?
see one.
Okay. What about if I reach for it if it were to be in the sheath?
As soon as your hand passes over the sheath, you can grab the handle.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
see.
You got it.
Oh, okay. Okay. This is interesting.
It's a warlock thing. I can't do it. I'm not a warlock.
Okay. Well, this is going to be, I mean, something to get used to. I put it back in my sheath, and I assume it disappears.
I mean, at least it means no one can steal it. You've always got it.
True, but if I'm trying to get rid of it,
Yeah, you're shit out of luck, mate.
Aaron, you seem to be vaguely familiar with this type of stuff. There's no chance, like, now that it can disappear at will, it can kind of get up and wander around by itself now, right?
Not that I've heard of, but, you know,
Lynette
I don't know his patron.
Yeah, Lynette said that it's easier to be a sword because, like, when she was able to move around on her own, there are a lot of people with pitchforks, which is not really reassuring.
No, but equally, the idea of Lynette just wandering around with a sword is slightly freaky, brother.
I don't know if she was walking around with the sword or like walking around as her own being. I don't really know what she looked like, but she came from a place called my bar.
Is she your patron?
I assume so. I haven't heard any other voices in my head.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you elaborate or?
No, it's just that you know, all that magic and shit you got is probably because of her. So trying to get rid of her, you might want to find another sky mama first. That's all.
Another sky mum. Oh, you're talking about another patron.
Yeah.
I've actually got an idea for that. No, I think about it from a few sessions back. Okay.
There are so many potential patrons in Eberron.
There's a very specific one in mind.
Nice.
Mm.
All right. On that note, Romulus, please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yeah, you're fine. You start hearing, like, the statics start getting louder in your mind, and then it quiets down, and from, like, suddenly, as sudden as the realization that she's been quiet this whole time, you just hear, "The fuck you doing?" Whatever you're doing, stop.
Oh, was that not you?
No. That hurts. When you do whatever that was, that hurt. Don't no. I was happy here. I was content here. I was finally not bored, and then you keep burning me. What the fuck are you doing?
Nothing. Just having an experiment. It's fine. You're so good.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
All right.
I'll be putting you away now, and I put the blade in my sheath, and it disappears.
Right. Okay. It doesn't burn anymore. That's nice. Can we move on and find something else for you to play with? I am just some pitch on my die.
Have you
I'm getting
angered
bored with playing with
your-
flames. I want to find something else.
Okay, apparently she doesn't like this fire, which is
Oh,
interesting.
did you anger your patron? Oh.
I hurt her.
Whoops.
More like.
I mean, if you ever wanted to get rid of her, I think I could put in a good word for you from someone. Maybe then she'd get off my fucking back.
Curious. I do. If you say throw her into the fire from whence she came. Yes.
I could not resist a reference. Sorry.
I don't. I thought of it the second I said it. I was like, yeah, okay, why not? Let's go with it.
So, so when you mentioned new patron and all that, the first one that came to mind was that Faye that we actually met a while back.
Oh yeah.
From the Psycole. She was quite nice.
Yeah, not very preachy at all. That's actually a better idea. Yeah, I'd go with her.
Yeah. If we find any like Faye portals or any way to maybe talk to her, that would be. Maybe we can sort out some sort of arrangement. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that's a nugget of information I'm gonna digest. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How about we go into this other room that's currently closed?
Lead on, brother of the disappearing sword.
Oh boy, more fire!
You get the slightest hint of Remus being jealous that his weapons don't disappear,
Ah,
except when sheathed in someone's body.
should have been a warlock, brother. Should have been a warlock.
I don't think the world can handle two Warlock Callister.
Probably not. No, that'd be fun. Okay. There's more fire in here.
Are you going to throw the sword in at this time as well, just to check and make sure?
Oh, tempting, but let's not tempt fate. You know what I mean? How about can I try if this is a separate? Can I mind link with these ones to see if they're any different to the ones in the other room, or if it's all one entity,
Um,
or would it just be the same thing?
it
essentially?
you can establish the mind link, and the fire is flames. The conversations you hear are slightly different. It's almost like actually, give me a what would that be? Deductive reasoning would be an intelligence check. Intelligence or investigation? Because you're using deductive reasoning at this point. With a 22, which is really high, you listen for a moment and you realize that you're probably overhearing conversations that were had in this room. So it's almost like an echo of long past conversations. And I'd say with a 22, it seems to be coming not from the flames, but from the shadows around you.
Interesting. Can I have a look at the shadows around me? Do I actually see anything, or is it just shadow?
Say with 22, as you look around, the shadows seems sharper. There's no really any fade effect from where the light stops and transitions. So it's basically like you have the light and then it stops.
Yeah.
Almost like a wall where the light cannot reach anymore.
Is there like a small loose stone?
Yeah, it's plenty.
Can I throw one at that to see if it's like a actual solid thing, or is it literally just like shadow? Or
You throw it and it continues. It bounces away. It seems to be just shadows, just
Okay.
deep, dark shadows.
Because I have like magical
Yeah,
dark vision, can I see into these shadows?
yeah. You can see a bit further in. Like you can see the whole room because you have 60 feet of dark vision, and because of your particular type of it, you can see all the way in, and it seems to, while the flame flickers back and forth, like wisps of something seem to move almost in contrast from time to time. So something is moving in these shadows, but that is not entirely incorporeal.
And do I get a sense of like foreboding or danger from being in this room?
Not really from this room, no.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like, none of this seems safe, but you don't have that immediate like prickling sensation of you're about to get eaten.
Okay. I'll relay this to the others.
Yep.
So this fire, or no, it's not. Doesn't seem to be the fire. It's actually feels like from the shadows that the voices that I'm hearing it feels like they're like echoes of conversations that were here in the past, like some sort of echo. I still can't make out what they're saying, but that's what I feel like. So if there is, I feel like there's something not so incorporeal kind of in the shadows that I can kind of see, but I feel like we should maybe just let them be.
Well, do they sound like they're screaming in pain or just like they're chatting?
Does it sound like they're screaming in pain or chatting?
There's no screaming in pain, but it's like a mixture of regular conversations, bored conversations, someone's angry at someone else. Like, you get this feeling that it's layer after layer after layer of echoes from dozens of conversations that have happened in this room.
And are they all different voices or are they the same voices?
Some are different, some are the same. The rooms here are barren. I'd say, with carrying over again with the investigation, I'd say you see glints of something, like almost like oxidized metal in some of the cracks, a bit of splintered wood, and you get a feeling that this is probably storage for pulling whatever they were mining here up through that relatively small elevator that you saw the remnants of.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. If these are, I say to them, if these are like any kind of sentient thing out there, like just as like just in case, I just shout out and I speak out to the room like, you can move on. You're free now. There's no reason for you to linger here anymore. And with that, I head on out.
All right. You don't really get any reply. There's no real change at all. It seems like they are just like echoes that have been recorded.
Yeah, I thought as much, but just in case.
Yep.
Right. Didn't what's his face up top say that we need to first find their leader before we do anything down here?
Yeah.
I think he explicitly told us to try to do this without telling Silent what it is that we are doing.
Ooh. If I
Oh.
recall correctly, they said that
But we might need to introduce ourselves.
yeah. So but it'll be a bad idea to lie to her. So if we do interact with her, we should
Tell her.
say. If we don't interact with her by some circumstance, keep it under the table. All depends on where. Because if she is down here, then it'll probably be a good idea to try and. If we want to try and be quiet first, then best, be quiet from the get-go.
Yeah.
So, shall we?
All right.
Absolutely.
Lead on.
Okay.
Yeah. You can hear Actually, could as you're
Stuck.
moving down, could everyone?
Stuck.
You stuck? Oh, someone
Stuck.
closed the door.
Stuck.
Ah,
Sure. Sure.
All right. As you're stop fucking with the doors. So as you're moving down into the hallway, the first hallway that seems to be leading east and west from where you're headed down, could everyone please give me a perception check?
I know how to do a perception
Yeah.
check.
Nah.
I mean, Craren isn't even there.
Yeah, no. You're doing your thing.
Oh.
That's fine. Well.
we're all in a blind conga.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
So Craren, could you please give me a roll me a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Spellcasting modifier.
Yes.
Where in the hell is that even on this page?
So you
it'll
click
be-
on under spells at the top of
under spells. Yeah, I'm on core. That would make sense.
Yeah. Click on spells and at the top you will see your modifier.
Yeah, so that's 23.
All right. Yeah, you have no problems doing what you want to do.
That's entirely fair. That might come in handy.
Yep. Secrets, yes.
Oh, secretly secret.
Okay. You hear like way off in the distance. You hear some clanging, clinking sounds,
Clang, 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 clang.
and you're reminded that this is still a very much an active mine, even though it's no longer an active incarceration facility.
Deep underground has been dropped. Dun, 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 dun.
So as you're standing in this crossroads, you can see to the south of where you're at, you see what looks like a barricade of sharpened sticks that have been lined along an opening in what looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagonal room. And like a corridor leads down, then there's an opening, and then you have a wall with an opening that has been lined by these sharpened barricades. To the left and right of you at that crossroads, you can see the corridors continuing down with more of the cracked concrete-looking ground that ends in stone brick walls that have been cracked and chipped in places that then turn southward on both ends.
So,
So
which way
where
are we thinking?
Oren, you can see like all the way down into that room. You see two individuals sitting at a table. They haven't noticed you yet.
Oren would point that out. Just, there's two. These people look male, female, mixture.
The furthest one is kind of hard to tell. The closest one is a male. Looks human from what you can tell.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me close that. Let's see. And that's done here. Just, there's two, people down there.
Okay.
I'd have you advise me how to proceed, maybe.
Okay. I feel like if we want to try and be a bit more subtle about our us being here, then perhaps we should go either this way or this way first. Just so we can kind of get a layout of the area, so that if we run into them, then like we know there's like we basically have a good map of the area, so that we know where we have a better understanding of where everything is.
Gotcha.
In case there is like conflict. Hopefully there won't be, because obviously that's not what we're intending to do.
So, are you feeling
very much
left-handed? So, are you feeling left-handed or right-handed today?
I feel very right-handed today. Yeah.
So, let's go right first.
Sounds like. Hang on, my right or your right?
We're both facing the same direction, mate.
Oh, are we? Okay. I thought you would be facing me.
Well,
left, right,
I mean,
so
going down, you know, we'd both be facing the same direction, so...
True, so our right would be this right.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
Alright, so are you trying to be stealthy about this, or are you just walking along?
Oren would be relatively stealthy at this point.
I think
yeah.
We could try and be stealthy, but I get the feeling that might not pan out so well for someone.
The barbarian's track record of being stealthy normally results in face blocks.
Exactly, and this is stone floor, so I'm not sure of how come. It's gonna be
It's gonna be like a group stealth check, so there's still a chance.
Okay.
Yay!
I will roll stealth.
Ooh!
Whoa!
Just disappears into the shadows.
Clank, 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 clank. But you can't see me.
Nice. Craren.
Craren is been contemplating just casually casting invisibility because reasons, but it also has a vocal component. So it's like, I know I can be invisible, but they will hear me first. Fuck.
I mean,
yeah, you're just sneaky.
You know, for me,
You shall speak.
Invisibility is one of those where the vocal component can be a whisper. So it's like because you're supposed to be invisible.
I mean, if in the event that it can be like that, then he will absolutely cast invisibility.
Okay, so it's just that whole thing's just reminded me of my oldest son coming home drunk for the first time, bumping into everything and giggling to himself, going to himself. and I just feel that would be probably my invisibility.
So you are invisible, which means that you roll stealth with advantage.
Yes.
So please
Let
give
me
me.
just.
Yeah.
Yes, but let me also just click in my thing. It doesn't let me click in my thing. It's naughty.
Yeah. You manage to, without too much issue, walk along, and then you realize that Craren is not there.
Craren. Shit, we've lost Craren.
All right, you walk along the. You walk along the corridor, and it turns southward within the kind of almost sharpish corner. You can see where like there are soft drops of water that seems to be seeping in through the stones. And Oren, as you turn around, you see that the hallway has been cracked along, and there is flame along that crack. That same kind of blue flame you saw in the other rooms.
I have a small question about this flame, right?
Uh-huh.
I would have some small bottles and things of dyes and stuff in my not first aid kit, in my kit, my disguise kit.
Yeah.
If I were to tip some of that dye out, or I think I probably have an empty bottle from using stuff, could I try and collect some of that flame in a bottle and see if it snuffs out?
Sure. Give me roll me a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Let me find my spellcasting modifier. That would be in spells. It's a +6. So I will roll the d20. And then so that's an 18 +6, so 24.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you have absolutely no problems bottling some of it.
Does it go out?
As you move the bottle through it, you see some of it collect in the bottle, and the flame is still there, and you can stopper the bottle if you want.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, it seems to still be there. I'm not sure if you would have a transparent bottle or if it was like an earthenware type, but that's up to you to decide, really. If you if you unstopper it.
I think it would have to be clear if it was one of the dyes, so he could tell which color it was.
Yeah, so you can clearly see the flame in the bottle. It's still there.
He's going to hand it to the one of us that doesn't have dark vision.
But I have my goggles.
Well, in case you lose
I have
them.
my goggles.
I mean, if you don't want it, I'll keep it myself.
Fine. And then I'll take it off of you and like stuff it in the pocket in his shirt.
My question is, where is this fire coming from?
My question is, where's Craren? Craren?
And also, just like a player question, like this ore that this mine is from, is like when I first heard of it, I thought that be what my sword is made out of.
Oh,
Or is this like unrelated?
No, but
Okay.
It's what the dagger you found is made out of.
I have a dagger. What?
Yeah, from the cultists.
Oh, the cultist dagger.
Yes.
Back from like ages ago.
Yeah, when we accidentally tanked an encounter that was supposed to kill us, and then 5 minutes later had another fight where we nearly died and we weren't supposed to.
Who actually has? Do you have that dagger? Because
I think you had it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bastian might have had it.
Oh.
Oh.
God damn it.
Why did we give it to Bastian?
I don't know.
Wait, no. He sent it to Derek.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a
Balls.
bit of a bummer.
So okay.
blades. Oh, blades.
Yeah, Craren walking behind Remus is going, Remus, I'm still here. You might not be able to see me, but I'm here. I guarantee you.
I am everywhere and nowhere.
Invisibility.
I'm gonna tap on Romulus' shoulder and say, "I turned this off earlier on, right? I'm hearing Craren."
Garrett, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Right.
Okay, it's
what
not
the
just you. It's
fuck is
fine.
going on?
I think he's invisible.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, that makes much more
Okay.
sense.
He's still here. Okay.
Just
Okay,
wanted to
that's-
check.
And
Colt.
because of the description of the spell, rules as written, the spell ends with an attack or cast a spell. And talking, as last time I checked, is neither of those things.
Nope.
Okay.
It's
It's
not.
gonna be like, have you cast this spell before? Because like when Bastion had this cast on him, he kind of freaked out that he couldn't see his own body.
Gran is a wizard.
Yeah, I know, but still, I just want to check.
I mean, accidental invisibility might be really freaky. On the other hand, if you can't
Well,
see yourself at that point, it's like, guys,
To be
guys.
to be fair to Bastion, I believe Valerio cast a spell on him whilst he was asleep, and then
Yes.
he woke up invisible and didn't realize why he was invisible.
Yes, exactly.
I can see how that would be a disturbing moment. Yes.
All right.
However, yes, I'm invisible for the reason that should things happen, insert brackets, I could like it out of here. No, but more of a
And leave us
the
behind?
element of surprise.
Bastard.
Maybe you should go first, Karen. Like, if no one can see you, you can tell us what's coming up.
Yeah, but then we'll keep bumping into him.
True. Although maybe Romulus could connect with him and get a vague sense of where he is whilst we're moving.
That is also an option. If you want me to go ahead, I can.
Yeah, it's fine. Oren's in front right now. I'm sure Oren won't mind being attacked from being in the front for the second time in as many as combats.
Being a canary.
The
Okay.
canary
Well,
in the
shall
Bionic
we-
mind.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
I mean-
I'm actually a canary, aren't I?
Yes.
Shall we?
And the barbarian's like in the middle of the pack. It's like
the tankiest that most able to defend himself. No, I'm in the middle. You guys walk along.
you just
That's
want
all.
you put me in the middle because I can't see very far in the dark. I see it, but hey,
So there's a split up here.
Oh.
Couple of them by the look.
All right. So as you walk through the flame, you
Oh.
get a swift sense of like a rush of temperature. For modern people, like if you walk into a department store and there's an air conditioner right over your head.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
it's
basically
cold
that,
fire?
but nothing really seems to happen.
Curious.
Have I encountered in my adventures cold fire like that before?
Give me. Oh, that's a good one. Give me a history check.
I don't know why I keep going to D&D Beyond.
Force of habit.
did you finally transfer over?
I've been over, I just leveled myself up. Did that work? Did I roll? No.
Nope. There we go.
Cool.
Wow.
It seems familiar, but you at this moment you can't really place it. You feel that you've definitely encountered this stuff before, but you can't place where. or when.
Excellent. Just seems very familiar. Whatever.
All right.
Hmm.
Romulus, being at the front of the pack, you come to this T intersection looking. It's kind of hard because all of the angles are a bit weird. And looking inside, looks like some form of storage / keeping troublemakers locked up / something like that. You have what looks like wooden. Oh, why is the thing that the only thing I can think of is crates. These are not crates. These are cells, but like separate. Cages. Thank you, brain. Come on. You see wooden cages aligned that looks like it could hold maybe 2 or 3 medium-sized humanoids. 3 would be pushing it.
My time in Shan.
But most of it seems to be just storage of random things. You see a couple of pickaxes, a couple of shovels, more of that glinting metal on the ground. You see crates with food in it, like rations.
Are there any like big like shards of this metal on the floor, or is it literally just like bits of legs?
Give me an investigation check. As you look around. Investigation or perception? Well, it doesn't matter. With a 13, you do find a few pieces that are maybe like this big. Heavily oxidized and haven't been worked yet, but you can clearly see from like the cut of it that it's some form of metal ore. But like this long, maybe this thin. So
I'll keep hold of them. They might, be handy.
Yeah. You can clearly see like it's unworked ore. It would need to be smelted and purified and that whole thing that I'm pretty sure you're not familiar with, because I'm sure you're not a smith of any kind.
No, no, I am not.
But, yeah, compared to the dagger you had, this is very, very crude metal.
Okay. Interesting. And is this bit on the floor anything in particular, or is that just like all those chains?
As you step in, you realize there are clotheslines.
Oh,
with hanging clothes on them.
Okay.
And just above your head, so you would have to reach a little bit, but it looks like mostly work clothes. So a few socks, but mostly like heavy linen trousers and shirts hanging along this.
Curious. Okay, I found storage. Hang on. Oh, hang on. I found storage. It looks to be like a door in here as well.
Did he say door?
Yes.
Yes, sir, I did.
And yeah, there's another heavily waterlogged wooden door that, as you open it, leads into the privy.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm not going in there. That stinks.
Well, no, this reminds me. This is too much like Sean. Okay, let's get out of it. Okay. Hope there wasn't any soap on the floor.
It looked relatively empty, but
good,
cracked
thank God.
to all hells. Like the whole ground here is just broken and shattered.
Yeah, it looks like this place hasn't really had much. How long ago was this place actually like broken out of?
From what you remember, from what Rust told you, end of last war, which is 4 years.
So either I don't see all this like damage happening in 4 years unless there's been some earthquakes. Either
I
that
mean,
or
it
it's
could
just
have
like
been
this
the smell of
anyway.
crates.
Because it is a mine, after all.
Could be.
Could be. Okay.
These cages.
Yes.
Is there anything in them? Like, has anything died in them? Like, were they abandoned?
That might have been a good thing.
You don't see anything in them. Well, no dead people in the cages.
Okay.
You see, like, in one of them, you find what looks like an abandoned leather shoe, but that's about it. None of the cages seem to be locked either.
Okay. How old does that shoe look? Like, how disused does it look? Like, I mean, you know how a shoe can be
Mm-hmm.
worn to all hell, but still have that lived in, not abandoned feeling. How long does this shoe look like it's been in there without a foot, basically?
I'd say with your background, roll me a... Actually, with your hobbies, more than your background. Make me a investigation check. And you can add your proficiency bonus to it, if you don't already have it.
I am not proficient in investigation, so I'll roll the d20. That's a 9 plus 3, so a 12.
It's hard to tell. You would judge by the amount of dust on it, especially compared to, like, it's basically the same as the rest, like the floor of the crates, at least a couple of years.
But it hasn't, like, decayed to the point where it's,
there's
like,
no decay.
a decade.
There's like being a leather shoe in this kind of a damp environment. You can see it's starting to curl a little bit, but you can't say how long that has set in, so to speak. But
would he be able to infer that it's probably since the last war? Or around about that time?
Yeah, like knowing about how long this place has been here without being an actual prison, you would guess maybe, okay, you could easily infer that probably 4 years. Might be older, you're not sure.
So
might be younger, you're not sure. So
I'd say that Oren would assume, I think, I don't think anyone's been in here since the last war ended. I don't think we really have to worry about this. Maybe we look through any crates, see if there's anything useful that we can gather. But yeah.
All right. Everyone, please give me another perception check.
Oh god.
Nah.
Do you expect people, Cran, to actually be awake and alert?
I should hope.
Oh, I just nat 20'd for 24.
Nice. All right. Remus. No, wait. Oren, you notice slightly before Remus does that there is a clanging sound coming from somewhere below you. And
that's not good.
Then you hear a soft, like, hissing from Oren. You would be the only one who hears it with that 24, but there's a slight hissing sound, almost like a steam vent from the other side of the triangular wall to the south.
I think a steam valve or something just let go. It might be something to do with the people wandering about that aren't us. So I'd proceed with a lot of fucking caution, honestly.
Noted.
And on that note, if it would stay on the blade for a while, Oren would like to take his and sort of milk his stinger to coat one of his knitting needles.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. It will
Excellent.
be enough for one strike, but yeah.
Excellent.
I also actually have. You might find this particularly of use. I've got poison dart frog poison, like some vials of it. If you ever wanted to use some of that,
Just casually.
Oh,
as you do,
Okay,
yeah.
so
I just happen to
deadly
have
on
some
this
lying
one.
about.
Yeah, deadly on this one. And then he's going to pull out the other knitting needle and just, if you don't mind me dipping.
By all means, by all means. I've got
yeah,
2. So if
dip.
you wanted to take one, you're more than welcome to it.
Yeah, so he would take one and he would dip the other knife to, because poison dart frogs, they're a paralytic, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so death and paralysis. Excellent.
Remus casually is leaning against one of the walls whilst they've been looking in the. Claren, do you have anything poisonous on you at all? Claren?
Quiet.
Oh yeah, you cut out the start of that.
Oh, sorry.
But no, not quiet. No, not in that sense.
But like poisonous. Have you got anything that's poisonous at all?
I mean, Claren does have a poisoner's kit.
Ah. And then I pull out the wyvern claw. It's like, I've got this. It's like we're all just a happy family of poisoners.
We're the poison squad.
Lovely.
It's almost like when you set up a party of morally deficient people.
We should all test how potent our poison is.
Morally deficient. I'm morally efficient. Thank you.
It's morally efficient. I like that phrase. That's brilliant.
Yes.
Voice of God.
Poor bastard would have an absolute heart attack in here.
Oh, he really would.
I mean, he would have been in like absolute palpitations before he even stepped foot into this place. 'Cause
Yeah, he'll be frothing at the
they're
mouth.
all escaped criminals. You'd have to chain him up.
Who
And, like,
isn't an escaped criminal in one form or another? Really?
I mean,
What?
I
Nothing.
mean,
yeah.
A few people.
it really depends on your definition
I mean, I guess
of a
the
criminal.
And you're only a criminal if you get caught.
I guess the difference between a mercenary and a wanted criminal is the same difference between a pirate and a privateer.
Yes, I get paid to kill
You know.
shit.
You piss off one goddess one time and fucking, you know what? Don't worry about it.
All right. you
Shall
continue.
shall we head further down?
I'm on probation. Yes. Oh, yes, breep at me, Cat.
Are you literally on probation, or wait, is that just a bit?
Orange says no comment.
Okay, noted. I suppose I'm technically on that as well. Is that what you call what I'm on right now? Is that
Sort of.
I'm me too? I suppose.
Oren, because you noticed the sound before.
PTO.
Technically, yes. Paid time out.
Personal time off.
So yeah, Oren, as you reach the next intersection to your, I'm gonna move this guy up there. As you reach the intersection, you look to your right, or to your left first, and you can see the walls of that same hexagonal room that you saw earlier. Except this one, the walls have been built up with debris to form a complete wall where you can see that used to be an opening.
You mean the bris, obviously?
Yes, the bris, obviously. Further ahead of you, you see more of those flames. And then to your right, as you look in, you see a tall figure made out of shadows and what looks like old, discarded leather armor that is completely incorporeal.
Oh, we got company, guys. Not
Oh,
sure
boy.
what it is exactly, but has it seen us?
With where are you? There you are. With your stealth checks, no, it has not noticed you yet.
Does it look particularly dangerous?
Made out of shadows, completely
I mean,
see-through.
in this, and considering we just said, it really depends on how you want to cut the cake, whether this is illegal or not. I feel it's safe to say, does it look dangerous? Would be an equal, back at you. Like, does it? But in what context would you say that this is dangerous?
It looks spectral, and judging by the fact that you can see through its head and it doesn't seem to have a face, you be a judge of that.
So Orange is going to sort of close his eyes for a split second and just think very, very hard. Just, goddess lady, is this gonna get me points if I, try and get rid of this thing for you? Or are you gonna get even more mad at me? You're not gonna answer me. You never answer me.
Okay. In response to your thoughts, there is a brief feeling of white noise. Like for a moment, it flashes in front of your face, and you hear brief static. But it's almost like something is blocking whatever that was.
Okay. So there's a potential nasty in this room. Hasn't seen us.
On the
So
map,
we could-
can you ping whereabouts they are? Are they they're over there? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oren,
Yeah.
nasty. What does that mean? Is it big? Is it small? Does it have sharp teeth?
Tall, shadowy, incorporeal, weird thing.
Right.
From the sounds of that description, does it sound like the things that I kind of saw in the shadows earlier?
You mean if it's rather more nasty older brother or distant cousin?
Like the things you saw in the shadows earlier were like almost like mist more. It's kind of hard to tell from that description alone, but what you saw earlier was not tall and was not wearing armor. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. He would mention that it was wearing armor.
Okay.
So clank a clank.
So
Without-
either we try and sneak past it, or we deal with it.
I think we'll do wisely in not dealing with it at the moment. We firstly don't know what it is. Secondly, we don't know what's her face that we were supposed to be meeting here again? That one. I would vote for not engaging at the moment. Primarily because we don't know what it is, and we don't know if whoever we're about to tell that hi, we're actually down here. What's her face again? That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know if she's in control of this, and if she is, it might not want to kill us.
That's true.
We don't know.
On top of that, it'll be a relatively confined spot, so if it does try and lash out, we're gonna be in like a bit of predicament because we won't be able to get out as quickly as we'd like.
Whoever is in the doorway will be having, if it starts to murderize your face meat, yeah, at that point, we might be in a bit of a pickle.
Okay, so we have two options. Either we go forward and try and be stealthy and get out of its line of sight quickly, or we go back the way we came and go the other way, which I believe would
There
probably
are
be a much safer option.
4 directions we can go in right now. By the look. 2 are dead ends. One of those dead ends has a monster in it,
Mm-hmm.
and one is down.
Hmm.
At least I think that's correct. That's a... I'm going to move over here so you can see. That's a... Oh no, that's not a dead end.
No. So inside, if you walk inside, you come into a large, like really large room that seems to be that same hexagonal shape to it, surrounded by cells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he'd sort of vaguely explain that then.
Okay.
So, yeah, aside from the monster, there's 3 directions we can go. We can go that way toward the cells, down, or back the way we came. So...
Okay, so if we go this way, we'll probably end up running to whoever is here. If we go this way, there's an option that whatever's here will see us. If we go back, we can go down this way and hope that there is nothing down that way that may cause a problem for us. Or alternatively, we can just walk straight up to the people that we know are there and are human, from what we can tell, and explain the situation.
Anyways, risk. I probably have the least to lose in this situation, so I'll leave it up to you guys.
Craren, I feel it's pertinent to avoid confrontation. So, whichever way you feel is less likely to cause us pain and suffering, let's go that way.
So I inform Remus of what's been going on.
All right. So they saw a ghost in armor.
Yes.
It's okay, fine. Do you want me to smack the ghost in armor?
I mean, it's not that we can't, Remus. It's more of we have someone to find, look at, and what's her face again? Meet her, and we don't know if this is going to try to kill us. If she controls it, it might not want to kill us, and we avoid the fight. We may or may not be able to defeat this, but the rumpus even, might make other people around this area, aware of us and try to kill us as well. So we might be in a multiple pointy bits in places where they don't belong. And I would personally try to avoid that.
I mean, just like point me in a direction and I smash it. That's generally what I'm here for.
Okay, I would say our safest bet is to go back the way we came and just go the other way.
All right.
Excellent.
Let us go.
All right.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
You head back. What? Roll 20. Why are we struggling? Come on. You head back the way you came and quickly pass through that sensation of standing under the air conditioner once again until you reach the corner of this strangely angled former prison complex and head south down to what you see is a wooden door roughly at the same parallel as the other room's entrance was. Again, waterlogged with like discolored striations through it from where moisture have gotten into it. You can also see like a little bit further down that some of the blue flame seems to be licking out around the stone bricks from a source just inside a fallen wall in one of the cells.
Right.
And there also seems to be a door here.
Yeah.
It appears to be locked. Which one of us fancies lockpicking it?
Oh yeah, it's very clear that it's locked. It has like a huge padlock on it. I forgot to mention that. So it's like a bar over it and then a huge padlock through it.
I mean, at the same
So,
time, it's like
I have proficiency with thieves' tools, but I don't know if I've got any on me.
I'd say if you have proficiency on it and when you started, you would have it on you.
I mean, okay. Hand at the raise of hands, just player observation. How many have thieves' tools on them? Raise of hands. Me.
Technically, I do, in the form of a warhammer and my head.
How
That's a very loud set of thieves' tools, sir.
it
Yes.
really is. How many have proficiency with thieves' tools?
Me.
Me.
Maybe.
Almost like, it's almost like almost the entire party has taken the criminal back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Except for the mercenary who took the mercenary back.
So whoever unlocks this door, we've got to be careful because if this is like a really big like lock that could fall, we don't want to make any noise. So one of us can hold the lock while the other one lock picks.
Yeah. Definitely.
I'm just being gassed by my cat right now, but my god, I can't breathe. No, it's fine. Who's got the best decks? Like who?
What's
I'm
mine
sure by this time with
I got a 0 modifier on Dex.
Are you guys kind of like having this conversation about who's going to open the door?
Yes.
Out loud?
Yes. we
Remus,
are.
Remus will attempt to push forward so that he can take his warhammer to the door.
Remus.
Remus.
Remus?
Yes.
No.
God, this is just like the magic door we found. You spent hours playing with the fucking thing
And
before we just opened it and went inside.
Yes, and it was very useful to have, and it would have been very bad should we have broken it.
I get the feeling this is my instinct right now. What would they keep behind a locked door in a prison that's no longer technically a prison? And we're looking for a body. What are the chances they put the body behind here? So
Also,
Maybe.
look, I mean, if you're going to open the lock, are you sure it's not trapped?
that is also true.
Can I check if the
But it
lock
is
is
a-
trapped?
Because it is a prison after all.
You can do an investigation to check if it's trapped.
Investigation?
Yes.
Investigation.
10? 12.
We suck so much ass.
21.
Oh, there you go. Saving grace.
As the three of you are just turning this lock over and looking back and forth, Romulus, you notice on the, I'm not sure what it's called, the actual bendy bit of a padlock,
Clasp
the clasp, along, just written along.
or shackle, depending on how it's made.
Yeah. So along the shackle bit, you see runes etched
Oh boy.
along
Okay.
it.
Can I read what they say?
And you find, as you look around it, you find what looks like a almost like a pin that is attached to where the shackle goes into the lock, and it's laying on top of some of the runes, almost like blocking the completion of the circuit. So, and you realize that if you had unlocked it and the pin lifted, the circuit would have completed and something would have happened.
Okay, we're gonna put this down very gently. Because if we unlock this, something will happen, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be good.
Okay.
Because there's runes and what looks like some sort of like mechanism. So if you unlock it, the runes will complete. Something will happen. I'm gonna guess it's not gonna be good for us if we try and do that. So for now,
Question.
okay.
How is the lock attached to the door?
It's what looks like just a regular padlock that is clasped through brain.
A
come on,
bar
Cor-
with a bar with a hinge. Yeah.
Yeah, a hinged bar with a hole in it that goes over what looks like a loop, and then the padlock is in that. And yeah,
Is this
All
thing
I'm gonna say
screwed
is-
in? This
All I'm going to say
bar
is,
screwed in.
Yeah.
if you let Remus take the door off its hinges, the lock stays on the door. Just the door no longer is in the hinges.
I
Yes, we are
mean-
trying to figure out a way to do this more gently. Like, are there screws that could be undone?
How firmly is it attached to the door? Does that question make sense?
well, you look at the door and it looks like a regular, like just a regular wooden door with what looks like metal hinges that go out a bit. You know, like those really
Yeah.
old-timey doors where you see the metal bars that have been like pinned into it at three
Mhm.
places. There are 3 different hinges on it. That is so, and the this bar where the lock hangs, you see it's been what's it called? It's not screwed in, but like pinned into the wall.
Bolted.
Yeah, bolted. Thank you. Bolted into the stonework beside it. So,
You know, the
Yeah.
question actually being obviously is the door rotten enough to push off the lock? As in, can we
Give me-
remove the lock from the door by removing the door?
Give me an investigation check.
I
I'd say, Remus, you are fighting really hard to not give in to that impulse.
So 21. Oops, that was a roll to GM apparently.
All right.
Yeah, 21
with
regardless.
the 21, you can see that while the door itself is really well made, it has been water damaged over a very long time. Let's say with a 21, it would take some work to ply the door off the mechanism itself and leaving the lock intact, but it is possible. Especially if you want to be quiet, it's gonna take some time.
I'm not sure if we have a lot of time.
Yeah, at that point, it's the question becomes: should we proceed with testing our luck, or just move ahead?
Continue on or direct me?
Just like a bit with the 21 Romulus earlier. When I said that there's a pin laying on top of it, it looks like if you interrupt that circle, you can disarm the lock or the trap. So if like scratching out a rune, painting something over it, you can disarm it.
Okay. In that case, then we could disarm it. If anyone's got anything scratchy that we can use to kind of disrupt these rooms, so that we can.
Daggers count? Question mark.
Yeah, you could probably use dagger. It might make some noise, so you would have to like muffle it, but yeah.
Like,
I mean,
disrupt the circle.
I can cast silence.
I mean, or holding the lock with a piece of cloth and scratch.
Yep, it's up to you guys.
We could do that.
I just didn't want you guys to get stuck in a circle because I wasn't clear about you can disarm this trap.
I was treating it like a bomb.
Yeah, no. So
which is fair.
It was more of a it's basically a bomb. If you had unshackled it without disarming it, it would have gone off.
Gotcha.
But if you disrupt the runes, it will remain inert. Remus, the impulse is getting stronger because you're at the back of this and have no idea what they're really doing.
Craren looks over his shoulder and goes, Remus, the lock is a bomb.
Cool. Have fun. Are you going to open this door or not? Hold on a minute. Is Clarence still invisible? Claren's still invisible, right? So it's just
Yes.
disembodied voice fiddling with the lock and saying it's a bomb. So okay,
Yes.
fine.
Let's try and interrupt these runes on the lock first, and then. Wow. Okay. And then we. Of course you do.
Yeah, you manage. Then the others are very intent on the lock, and their passive perception are way less than that.
That's fair.
No.
Funny. Okay, we're gonna get in trouble.
All right.
Okay.
So anyone
We're
who
gonna
wants to disarm this lock, give me a sleight of hand check. You can use.
No, I've got expertise in sleight of hand.
I've got a plus
and I've got
2.
proficiency. I've got a +9 plus.
Oh,
whatever
Jesus.
It is with, whatever it is for Thieves' Tool proficiency on top of that, I believe.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Be my guest.
So that's a 13 plus whatever Thieves' Tool proficiency is.
It would be a proficiency bonus.
So we'll call that a 16. Not
Okay.
the best roll.
Yeah, you managed to scrape this some of the runes off, And as you're looking at it, Romulus, you can see that there are the different runes. While it's not really a language, and you can't really identify the language is supposed to be. It basically says cold, chill, guard, and just repeats in a pattern around the shackle.
Would
So,
Craren picks up the lock after it's unlocked
Yeah. Okay.
and looks at it, pondering, can I recreate these runes and hand the lock back to Remus?
Give me an Arcana check. Remus, as you're sneaking around back to the first crossroads you went to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a nat 1, so no.
You recognize some of the runes used, but your this particular
He's
trap.
keeping the lock.
Yeah, this particular trap is currently out of your reach of recreating the trap, but you're pretty sure that with some practice you could probably do it.
Ouch.
Yeah, the idea here is we're essentially having a pre-made bomb that we can.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Remus, you heading down towards the other room?
Yes, I will go.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you head down towards the room, and as you come within further distance, you can slightly see. Well, you can see two people sitting at the table. One of them seems to be sleeping with the head down. The other one, the closest one, has its head up and seems to be reading something on the table. And then you can see slightly off to the side a third person currently, where is my token thing? Currently lounging on one of 3 beds. You see the side and just the soles of a pair of really heavy worker boots.
He will. Yes, as he walks down and gets to about there, like.
Yeah.
Excuse me, everybody. Ever so sorry. My name is Remus, and I've been sent down by Rust to look into a few things. Just wondering if you can point me in the direction of some dead bodies.
The person here, closest to you, turns his head to look at you. Just, huh? I don't recognize you. You new?
New to town, yes. That's why Rust asked me to come down and take a look at some stuff because no one will know who I am.
Right. Boss, got some company. New fish. And you hear a rustling from the cot on the side, and the boots swing over, clump down on the ground as the figure sits up, and you see like really messy braided black hair, 2 huge curled back horns, and red skin scarred to high heavens. An eye patch covers part of their face and one eye. And let me grab you the image of what you see as she sits up. And in players' journals, all players. Covered in like a mishmash of leather straps and linen fabric. Sits up, crosses her legs on the cot, and just Right. So you're the one I've heard about. Don't know your name. New.
Yeah.
But you told me just now, I think.
Oh. Yes. You must be Silence?
That's what they call me as.
Ah, pleasure to meet you. I understand you kind of lead this town, former prison. Is that correct?
Yes. I lead the mines, and by extension, the town.
Excellent. I don't suppose my boss has been in contact with you at all. His name is Derek.
Derek. First of all, you're in the hall. Come on in, or the boogies might get you.
What?
The boogies. The wraiths, the shadows, the skeletons. The Walking Dead.
Oh, I thought you said the bogies, as in like some serious nostril problems.
No. No, though if you stay here for too long, you might get some. Dust gets everywhere. Now get inside.
Okay. And I will navigate my way through the
Yeah.
boats.
It's a tight squeeze, but you manage without actually hurting yourself. And you walk into this hexagonal room with cots lining the walls. There's a fireplace. There's okay smell of cooking meat and some vegetables for some reason. And you see the sleeping person has looked up and looking at you, looking over to Silence and the other guy, and just shrugs and goes back to napping. No. Derek, would that be the Velderan whelp?
I mean, yes.
No. No, haven't heard from him in months.
Did he say to expect a party of individuals arriving at some point soon?
We do dealings with House Tharask regularly, but no.
Ah, fair enough. Anyway, I understand. And he puts on, and I apologise for this if you don't get the reference, but I'm hoping Nathan will, the best Glaswegian landscape that you can get. And he says, there's been a murder. Which is a reference to what is it? I can't remember. There's a Scottish investigation show.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think I know what you mean. It's been a murder.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. The guy who normally deals with the talking was killed, yes. We're here to find out who did it.
But yes, that's what Rust asked me to do.
Well, by all means. Not gonna stop you.
Is his body down here somewhere?
Oh, yeah, right. It's, let me show you. And she stands up, walks over to the barricade, and she's slightly shorter than you are. On the way, she grabs what looks like a pickaxe. Just a regular mining pickaxe. Just hoists it on her shoulder. In case of bogeys. And she walks through the barricade. Quickly looks over to the other guy. Waves him away. it's like, meh. And starts walking towards where you left your companions.
If as we kind of come out of here, and if she turns right,
Yeah.
as in like looping around, yeah, I will. Hold on. Distance-wise, I can do 50 feet now for mental communication. Is with the mind link. 10 times your level, 50 feet.
Yeah, you can
So,
just reach the others.
So I will connect with Romulus because he's the most familiar of them all and say, I may have wandered off and I might be bringing silence towards you.
Son of a... Okay, I communicate. Right, Remus went to the people. He's bringing back the leader. He's coming here. We're going to look really dodgy for...
the daft git.
I know. What do we do?
I mean,
Shall we hide?
no, let's lock this door back up and continue down the hallway and hide.
Agreed.
I will also say she's bringing me a different route to what I came down beforehand, so it might be a bit quicker than you might expect.
Hang on. There's a door. There's a room just a little bit further down. We can hide in there.
All right.
Further down.
Oh, hell.
Cryon,
brings
you're
a lock.
invisible.
Oh,
In here.
yes, but Cryon has the lock.
In here.
All
In
right,
here.
Oren, you ran past Romulus.
Over here. Here.
Did you hang the
Where
lock
the
back?
hell
Did you
did
try?
he go? There we went.
Did you try to attach the lock again?
Yes.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, fuck you. Sure.
Oh no!
I have clicked something and something didn't do anything. Hang on.
Yeah, it's being laggy as shit. There we go. Yeah,
There you go.
you managed to quickly get the lock back in, and you hear that click, and then you bolt for it, basically. And her walking. How fast is her walking speed? She's pretty fast. She's basically sauntering over. So...
Oh
Oh no!
no!
Give me a stealth check, everyone.
Oh,
Farron,
Better
you're
idea.
invisible, so you don't have to roll if you don't want to.
I mean,
I will roll
Well,
stealth.
okay. Before things happen,
Uh-huh.
let's paint a small picture here.
Okay.
Okay, we are at a door.
Yes.
We hear steps closing in on the door.
Yes.
What do we do? Do we roll stealth or do we run?
Neither.
You just stand there and take it?
This
Not
one?
quite.
This
You
door.
are invisible.
Yes, Craren,
Yes.
you are invisible. They won't see you. Let me
Craren
actually-
will back away and just be barely out of the room because
I am going to posit that we do something very, very silly.
What are you thinking?
ta-da!
And you as a player can say nah to this. But
Okay.
Oren would like to grab you and very much pretend to kiss you as that door opens.
When as that happens, Craren is leaving. Not because of that, but because, you know, in the event that things should go completely pear-shaped, we need a something. Craren doesn't know what that something is, but he feels that it's better if he's away and alive and be able to help than having someone walk into him and then we're suddenly one invisible guy that is now on the floor and 2 other guys. Yeah.
All right.
I might point out that Oren is still dressed as a little old lady.
All right. As
Okay.
you do this,
Here we go.
Kryren, as this happens, you watch as this woman with huge curled back horns and a black braided hair walks past, because this is not a door, these are bars.
It's a wall in the fucking picture.
I know. I had to do something to signify that it was locked, but yeah.
Oh.
But
Carnis is still not seen, so there's that.
yeah, Kryren, you see her walk right past, not noticing Romulus and Oren,
Holy shit.
because her passive perception is lower than your stealth rolls.
Oh!
I just missed you a little
Oh
bit.
my
I'm
God.
so sorry.
This is the point
Way to
where
laugh
someone
about
could
this
very
later.
awkwardly say, "No,
Yes.
no, really, I quite liked it. Can we do it again?"
My passive is 14, so I probably noticed Romulus as I walk past and go,
yeah. Yeah.
and it's just like,
Silence's passive is 10.
Oh! The panic.
So
My
you
heart can't
see her
take it.
walk past, and then you see Remus just go, "What?" and then continue after her.
and then I mentally connect with Romulus and go, why the fuck are you hiding in a room with bars on one side?
We panicked because of you.
I can tell.
And then
I like the fact that you didn't tell us that was bars.
I'm sorry, I
Sure.
didn't get to it, and then you were panicking. It was too funny.
Oh god, my brain hurts. This
My
is amazing.
jaw hurt.
Oh,
Okay.
gee.
Yeah. Silence just keeps walking down this broken down hallway to the intersection where she waits for you to catch up after that mild shock you just had. And
I'm just going to pat you on the cheek, by the way, in a friendly manner, and go, "Not bad."
and
Do we hear them turn the corner?
oh yeah, no, she's not quiet. You can hear her heavy boots just cluck, cluck, cluck against the stone ground, and then you hear her turning your way.
Kryren moves swiftly back into the room. She's coming, guys, and then heads towards the bar again. And stuff.
Yeah.
Do not breathe.
Yes, please stop converting oxygen.
Yeah, and then she walks up to this door, and you see her fiddle with something on her belt, and let me.
I will stand. So, having walked past and seen that there is a gap in the wall that the guys have managed to creep into, I will creep into the jail cell. I will make sure that I stand probably slightly too close to her as like a body shield.
All right. She's gonna roll.
So you're
that.
into it. So Remus is trying to give off the bit that he's into a bit
No,
of a
those
dummy
roll.
mommy.
That was the wrong roll. Hold on.
Oh god.
No, wait, it is the right roll. You see her pause for a moment, and then you hear the click of a lock, and she lifts it up over the thing, swings it open, and then opens the door, and then pushes it and indicates for you to walk in, Remus.
I will walk in.
Okay. she's gonna step aside, and inside you see what looks like a giant hole in the ground with swirling runes and different colored swirls and fires all around it. It looks like an abyss inside this whole thing. And looking around the room, it is bright in here. The fires that seems to be dancing up top of this gap in the ground are bright.
Mhm.
And
I will
yeah.
I will sidestep once I realise there's a giant hole in the ground directly in front of me in case someone attempts to barges and push
Yep.
me into said hole.
And as you sidestep, you see in the corner of your eye a body laying on the ground.
Interesting.
So right over
Because the dead
here
body
is
in a room with a portal to hell. Wonderful.
Yeah, so I will turn to silence and I will go, why do you have a giant hole in the ground?
easy way to dispose of trouble and gain some benefits.
Benefits how?
Want me to show you? What are the rest of
mean-
you doing?
Proverbially
not to
shitting
breathe.
ourselves.
Yeah, I'm trying my best to concentrate and try and listen in on what is being said as well, if I can hear that far away.
Give me a perception check.
I hear
Can
I
If
have hearing
I
damage.
see him trying to focus, I will give him a bardic inspiration.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll roll
is
again.
she standing in the doorway?
Yes.
That is slightly better, but still not very good.
God damn
Um,
it.
Well, bardic inspiration you add on, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah. So with,
My bardic inspiration die is a. Good question.
I think it's a D8
it's a
level.
D8.
Yeah, I think it's a D8, yeah.
So yeah, you
By
can roll
now.
a D8 and add that to that 5.
Okay.
Unless you want to use inspiration, actual inspiration if you have it.
I do actually, so I'll
Okay.
use that for the first time in the campaign.
All right, so you have that's the
And
10,
you're still bardically inspired.
and then you can roll a D8 to add to that.
Okay, let me get a D8.
Oh wait, I'm doing.
It's the one with 8 sides.
Nice.
Mhm.
13 in total.
Nice. You can't
I
really
think I owe
hear.
you that inspiration.
You can't really hear all the words, but you definitely hear the end where she says to get rid of problems.
Doesn't sound reassuring, guys. Be on your guard.
Oren,
Which-
Karen.
Already am. Oren is
I'm gonna
going
move
to
this guy there to indicate where the dead body is. He's right
Okay.
there.
Oren's just going to make sure he's got both of his knitting needles in hand as he's sort of trying to still remain as hidden as possible.
Craren is pondering to himself because there's no reason to speaking those thoughts at the moment, but it's relevant for the general unfolding of this situation. How exactly do we now go by casually introducing ourselves as the rest of the party that she probably doesn't know exist yet?
That entirely depends on what happens in the next 5 minutes of this room.
That's a good question. But it also occurs to me you're still invisible. You could.
Yes, and she's in the doorway, so I can't walk past her.
True, that's true.
And while I could misty step into the room, that would ruin the invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
could just wait it out and then rendezvous with Remus when he's done.
Could
hopefully.
Remus perchance inform her that, actually we are a party of 4? You have a mind link? Question mark.
I do, but can I? Where? So can you ping where on the map where you are? Oh yeah, I should be able to. That's 50 feet, I'd say.
Yeah, it's less than 50.
Oh yeah, brilliant, perfect. Okay, mind linking with Remus. Bling bling, bling bling. Hello, operator.
Your
could you-
call is placed on hold.
The number of your dial has not been recognised. Please leave a message after the tone.
Your number has been blocked. Can you just maybe mention that you're actually part of a party, and then maybe make up some sort of thing that we're maybe not very good at directions and we got lost, just to kind of save us from just hiding in suspense.
Sure, but she wants to explain why the big hole in the ground gives them a benefit first.
Oh yeah, do
And I'm trying to work out whether or not that means she's going to throw me in.
yeah, preferably not.
If you hear me shout, come and have a fight.
Noted.
I mean, at that point, the follow-up question should be, player, obviously. Carnis know nothing on this, but it's at the same time, it's like, should we approach her?
Should we approach? Our distance for now.
Casually, with a dagger between the ribs.
I mean, I don't think we should stab her unless she's really
Because
hostile.
remember, she is the leader of this place. If we
She's like their mayor.
if we attack her, the whole village will not like us. So
But more of a, do we risk her doing bad things?
Well, I've got an idea on that.
On the other hand, we can bring him back. We should. If there's a body, we can bring him back.
I mean, you were saying that we're bad at directions. What if we just stumbled up to her now?
Oh, there you are.
we could.
And
She seemed quite happy to wave away her minions before, so she obviously doesn't consider me a threat.
Yeah, so why
No.
don't
I
we...
can introduce you later.
but maybe if we're 4,
Mm.
I mean, how attached are you to your brother?
it's a fair
Extremely.
question. Not for long.
Like if he were to be tossed down a bottomless pit or something, would you particularly mind? Like,
Yes.
right, then,
Speaking as a player, I've come up with a really brilliant backup character who just to complete the trifecta or the quadrifecta would also have proficiency in thief tools.
Ah.
You know, you can actually train proficiencies in my game.
I was just thinking about trying to create some new weapons out of my hand axes at some point. But yes, carry on. Sorry.
Is there any rock on the ground?
Several. A lot of them.
If Craren were to casually just not lob a rock at her, but just make a small noise near her feet,
Sure.
what the hell do you even roll for that? Sleight of hand?
I would say roll a strength check.
Strength?
Depending on the size of the rock you pick up.
No, just more of a pebble type,
Oh yeah, no, you don't have to roll for that. Just boop.
Yeah, just yeet.
Yeah, you just pick it up and go hit. You don't even break your invisibility for it. It just poop makes a
I
sound.
just really want to have more of a, this is a small, stone marble type thing that just
Yeah.
happens to land near her feet. Craren just wants to see her reaction to this is a noise that just happened to come out of somewhere.
Okay.
As in, is she jittery enough to turn around and he would and anyone nearby would have a sharp object in their general vicinity, or is it more of a that happened? It's that kind of distinction that Craren tries to make right now.
Gauging her reaction.
Yeah.
All right. So as you toss the pebble, it rolls over and slightly like taps the side of her foot, and you see her head whip around and then look around down to her foot. And Remus, you see the hand on the pickaxe clench slightly and then release.
That's not one of these boogie thingies that you were talking about, is it?
Could be.
So, by way of...
Could be a wall that's collapsing.
That sounds ominous. Are we not underneath the lake?
Craren is deducing that, okay, no surprises.
No.
So, when you said show me, what do you mean by show me? Because I don't quite like the idea of having a fight atop a giant hole in the ground. At least I hope I'm not being classed as a problem in this scenario.
Oh, I don't see you as a problem. No.
Good.
And...
Remus is just such a happy-go-lucky, except when he's frustrated. He's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's roll. He's a man of possibilities.
It's nice. It's nice to know that you have friends when the bogies come around. And you see her hand extend, the pickaxe pointing towards the large hole. And she twists it just slightly so that the sharp points, instead of being horizontal, go vertical. And then from the hole, almost like a misty little whirlpool forms, and just stands there for a moment, swaying back and forth. And let me grab this guy and put it on the token layer. And it just stands there, swaying back and forth. And she looks over at you, like half over her shoulder, and like I said, help against the bogies.
What is it?
I don't rightly know. Shadow of some sort. Some manifestation of this place.
Do you give it a name? And how many bogies do you have to deal with down there? Bogies, whatever you keep calling them. Ghosts? Are they ghosts of some sort?
There have been some
Echoes
ghosts.
of past?
The echoes are fine. Mostly it's the ones that died in the mines tend to come back a few days later.
Okay.
So, I ask the lords that listen in the well for help.
Uh-huh.
And they answer for a price.
Please tell me the price is something really innocuous like gold or whatever, or this place mines, or maybe a drop of blood every now and then, but not a whole lot.
Depends. We don't have nosy neighbors anymore.
Shit.
But normally it's, like you said, a drop of blood now and then.
I think that might cause some problems for the reason why Derek asked us to come here.
Now what would that
Is-
be?
Is the lock still attached to the thing?
Yes, it's hanging from the hook on the door.
Okay.
But I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I am not the brains of my outfit at all. I was hired only to hit things. You would probably be best asking some of my friends. At which point I will ping Romulus to say, you might want to come out now.
Noted.
Wait,
On our way.
the padlock is on the outside.
She opened the
No,
hook thing.
the door has to open outwards.
Yes. So the door has opened this way.
In a what way?
This way.
To the north.
So hinges is on the left-hand side.
Yes.
Okay.
And the no, actually, would you open this way? So it would block this part of the hallway. But
At which point
the
no
hook-
pebble would have been thrown.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Could have thrown it into the door.
I mean, could have thrown it into the door.
Oh no,
But
it's not.
he would
it's
on the
not.
other-
My bad. No. It's not blocking the hallway. It's open all the way.
Okay, so it opens in a 180.
Almost 180. Yes.
At that point, yeah, that makes sense. Because otherwise, it would invalidate other things we've already
Yeah.
done.
So no, I was first thinking that it opened inwards, but it wouldn't. It opens all the way so that it wouldn't block the hallway.
Okay. Okay, so time for a show apparently. So you guys lead the way.
Okay. Hang on.
I'm back. Sorry, my food was delivered early.
No worries.
It was delivered.
Yes.
Your outfit. Oh,
Hi.
Hello, dear.
Oren.
We
May I introduce my outfit? Romulus, my brother.
Oren.
And Oren.
Go
Well,
ahead.
sorry, Nanny Knits. Nanny Knits. The matron of the party.
Nice.
I
to
will
meet
leave the fact that Craren is invisible and therefore not there.
And Craren will be very close by,
all right.
uncomfortably close by,
you.
when he
Over here.
decides to drop invisibility.
If he decides to drop invisibility.
No, he will do
Yeah,
that because reasons.
Yeah, you're about to run out of time on it anyway,
Yeah.
because it only lasts for an hour, and you have like 10 minutes left on it.
you just like stand like nose to nose with her, and then you just
Yeah.
drop invisibility.
Yeah.
You're like,
So it's-
hi.
She looks
Hi.
between Romulus and Remus, and then to Oren.
So, but yeah, so he really just drops invisibility and doesn't say anything and just waits for her reaction, if any.
Oh, and Craren, sorry, I keep forgetting about him. He has a tendency to go invisible and I forget that he's there.
The pickaxe swings around and stops just right in front of Kraren's nose.
And it's really one of those. Craren doesn't flinch and is like, fancy meeting you. And he walks further into the room.
Right, your outfit. Your brother a librarian and grandma.
Yes.
Yes.
If
We have a very
that's what you want to call it, I guess.
Yeah, we have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make us a nightmare.
Yes, we can sort books faster than anyone else.
Some
They're all very good with certain types of tools.
You.
Um,
Let's see.
So, has Craren spotted the corpse yet?
Yeah. As you walk inside, you would have seen the half-orc body lying in the corner along the wall.
Craren walks over to the corpse. Obviously.
Okay.
You're going to ignore the floating weird apparition in the middle of the room and just go straight to the corpse.
Yes, because he noticed the corpse and that's why he's here. So he's like, oh, that's the guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I'd just double check.
Oren and Romulus, you both
Hello.
hear Silence sniff the air for a moment, and then her head just turns towards Romulus. And I was wondering where she went.
Oh my god, okay.
A twig picked up my friend. This is funny.
Was that a twig or a twink?
I mean, I think both works.
Both is fine.
I mean, depends on the case, the scenario, right?
Yeah, I assume.
I
you're
don't
coming
see
here-
you wielding her, though. Interesting.
Which question is, do I pull out the sword?
Craren, what are you doing over by?
Craren is casting Speak with Dead.
Right. Remind me that.
Straight to the point. I have a body to
Yes.
find. I have a body to talk to. The weird floating thing in the middle of the room. Can't wait till later. The revelation that Silence used to wield Lynette. Can't wait till later. I have a body
It's
to
really
talk
one of
to.
Okay.
It's really one of those about small bits of information, not necessarily strung together in. Doesn't have to be coherent, but you know, yeah.
Okay, so Speak with Dead doesn't have any components for you, or material components for you, if I remember right. And you see the power wash over this corpse, and the body twisting slightly around. And you see Silence's head whip over to look at what Craren is doing. And then you hear a from the corpse as eyes flash open and look straight at you, Craren.
What was his name again? Steve, Kenny,
Sarid.
Sarid.
Yep.
Okay.
You have 5 questions you can ask.
5 questions. Okay. Which is fair. Well, okay. So first, let's bring brief introduction. So, Sarid, as you're probably aware, you're dead. What I need you to tell me is, what is the last thing you remember?
I was in the office working on some papers. Mrs. Then.
Bit cutting out because you're
You're
sort of
cutting out a bit.
whispering.
Sorry. I was in the office, sorting papers and missives.
You were doing your, let's call it, day job.
Yes.
Okay.
Was that another question?
No, I'm gonna treat it as the same because it's basically
Yeah.
he's basically explaining what it is. So, in the interest of not cutting out and sparing my voice, I was snuffing the light and leaving when I heard running. I ran. Then silence. Quiet. Darkness. Nothing.
Excellent. Do you know if anyone would have wished upon you harm?
No.
Okay.
In a village of murderers, I know no one who would want to kill me.
Loomis will start chuckling at that.
Excellent. So what do we have at that point? So you were working, then you heard running, and the world went black. You didn't manage to catch anyone. You didn't. So what I was more of. So it turned black. It was more of a. Would it make sense if I rather ask, did you see anyone or anything prior to this stalking you, looking in through the window, things of the sort?
I saw her.
Okay, you saw her. Do you know who her is?
Boss.
Fourth question.
The boss.
What was that word?
The woman who rules us all.
So that was the last person you recognized that you saw, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Pickaxe in hand.
Excellent.
I believe.
Now, obvious environmental ambience surrounding-wise. How does silence take to hearing this?
You're looking at her. Well, Romulus clearly noticed. She has been watching.
Away.
Yeah, she has been watching you the entire time, and as soon as he starts talking, she's hefting the pickaxe in both hands, and is reaching for the door behind, aside, well, just outside, reaching for to slam the door shut.
If I am noticing this, can I be reaching into my duffel coat thing, trench coat, for my hand axes?
Furthermore, could I possibly launch over and try to stab her with the paralytic?
Fifth and last question.
Okay.
Is there anyone this is not a gray area, it's more of a, is there anyone you would have liked to have sent a message before you was so rudely interrupted? Were you going to do anything special at that evening?
I was having an ale with Mikael. We were setting up his store. Tell him ale's on me, kid.
Do this. I will now also let you rest.
And you see the body crumple down on the ground, head lolling back a bit. And that is where we're on a roll initiative.
Because what I would like to do is, as soon as she goes to close the door, I'd like to throw one of the hand axes.
Okay.
Almost like to try and into the hinge to kind of block where the door will be.
Where's initiative?
In the middle above your hit points.
I mean, so we have a 21, a nat 20.
Can't. 16, okay.
Wait, what are you? Are you a...
16.16, or is that 16?
Yeah, using dexterity tiebreaker.
Yeah. I was like, this makes no sense. How do you even remotely roll that on a die?
Easily. It's Aaron. I don't argue with him.
That's fair. That is
All right.
entirely fair.
Descending. Okay, so you were all gearing up to do something in this space, and Romulus, we're gonna do the prep round, and before we wrap, because you were all starting to do something. Let's start with Romulus.
Okay, I'm gonna pull Lynette out. And
Okay.
Be ready.
You hear as you pull it out, you see this, like, your regular blade just manifests in your hand with that white burning edge, and then in your mind you hear, "I told you to stop it, that hurts."
Sorry, looks like we've got an old friend of yours.
Silence. Kill her.
Oh shit.
Looks like we've got no choice. I'm prepared to die.
All right, you launching?
Yeah, another thing I'm going to say is you owe me an explanation after this.
Gladly.
And yeah, I take a swing at her.
Okay. Roll for attack. Nope, that's not. Where is her stat block? Nope. Unfortunately, she sees you running towards you, and with the pickaxe swings down and just clanks the blade out of the way, so it doesn't hit her. And you go, "Yeah, she was hiding." Nice.
Okay. Okay.
So you would be there to hit, and you
Yes.
still have a bonus action and some movement if you want it.
What can I do? I always forget what I could do for bonus action.
You do have Hexblade's Curse, I believe, or Hex.
Yep. Let's go with Hexblade's Curse.
Okay, so she is currently cursed. I'm going to add that. There we go. You still have some movement if you want to use that, but you will probably proc an opportunity. Yes.
Gotcha. No,
Yeah, that one.
Yes, that
I'm
one.
gonna risk moving.
All right. Craren.
Yes. Words. This is not what I want, apparently. Craren is Craren will be so she needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and Craren is muttering in her general direction. So but much like life, truth stings, and throws away sapping sting in her face.
Okay, con save.
Yes.
That's a 23.
Ah, that's a save. That's all saves.
Yeah, she has very high con, as you would notice with the sapping sting. She she curls in a little bit at first and just not just a librarian. All right.
Not just a librarian.
That stung a bit. You still have movement and bonus action.
That's fine, and it doesn't have any cool bonus actions anyway.
All right. That's your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Oren.
Oren is going to continue being a little old lady, and he's going to move like he's trying to get to the door to get away.
Okay.
And then he's going to stand up to his full height, spin around, and try and stab her with both daggers.
Alright.
Paralytic first. I don't think a 12. will
No,
hit.
12 unfortunately it does not hit. Once again, this time she blocks it with the haft of the pickaxe. Just
and
knocking
then-
it up.
Yep, I'm bonus action to weapon fighting to
Yep, a
hit her
dirty
with
20 will
20.
hit.
Now it won't have the +3 piercing that's going to come from that, so it's just going to be the D4 piercing. So 1 piercing damage, but it is a poison blade.
Okay, so that
It's got
again.
the scorpion poison on it.
Okay, so that would be a. What is a con save against the poison? I think.
I don't remember what you said with Pierce.
Pierce would be. Yeah, it's a DC. If you write this down, I think we agreed to. I think it's a DC. 13. You still
Okay.
do the poison damage, but it's against
Yep.
being poisoned. So it's a D. I think it's a D6. No, scorpion poison. It's a D6 poison
Okay,
damage.
Let me roll that. D6 poison damage.
And I'm gonna
That
roll
is
con save. That's a 26 con save, so she's not poisoned. But
that's
I
the
need-
full 6 poison damage, which isn't bad.
Yeah, 6. No, she's still representing. Silence. And her 85. Wait. I'm trying to fix the token that decided to not work the way I wanted to. There we go. Which is a 1 piercing and 6 poison, which is 7. Which is. There we go. Alright. So you would be right up next to her. Right here, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay. That was your movement, bonus, and action. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No.
Okay. Remus. You pulled out hand axes.
Yes, so I'm going for the door and trying to make sure that the door gets wedged open with
Okay.
the hand axes. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do.
Alright. You can get through there. It will take like. Instead of 5 feet, it will take like 10 feet to get past those two, but you can do it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I will just do that then. kind of stand there, and then I'm going to wedge, basically like take both hand axes and kind of put them in, like smack them into the wall at the gap where the hinges would be.
Yeah.
But under, like, just beneath it, just kind of wedge the door open so that she can't try to shut. Bart pushes out the door, and then effectively, I then become the door because of webs.
Remus Doldor.
Remus Doldor. Feeling back again. Would you like me to roll something to try and get that hand axes in, or?
Roll me an athletics or sleight of hand check. Because you're shoving it in there. You get them in there, but you're not sure how well wedged they are in. Right now, they are holding the door open.
I think I'm kind of comfortable with that. I am now, as we've said, Remus Doldor. So the likelihood of her pulling the door shut with me stood in the middle of it is, at least at this, unless she's got some random spell that she can cast, which he doesn't know about, at this precise moment in time, he feels safe standing in the door.
Okay. And you still have some movement and your bonus action left.
Just for the sake of it, I will now rage.
Alright. You are currently raging. That means it's the thing in the middle's turn. It is going to... what can you do? You do that one. I'm going to see... Okay, it is going to fly over here.
Excuse me.
To Oren. And it's going to try to... It's just gonna reach out towards you, Oren. With what looks like this dark gauntleted hand that is just made out of shadows and black mist. And see if I can hit 21. Why am I rolling so well right now?
Please subtract a d8 from that.
Okay.
He is going to cutting words that shit as it's coming toward him. Oh, no you don't.
Alright. That is a 16.
It still hits.
Alright. You take 11 points of psychic damage, and I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, let me take my 11 points of psychic damage. Damage.
What is it with Oren and being hit by things that reduces hit points maximum?
I
And
don't
it's
know.
a wisdom save, you said?
Yes. So the DC 14 wisdom save.
I think that's saving throws there. Yeah.
No, you're currently dazed.
Oh. Was that my hit point maximum as well?
Not yet. You're currently dazed. If you fail the next one, your hit point maximum is halved.
Shit. No, thank you.
So you see this hand reach out, touch your chin, and then just the whole world goes blurry. Like the worst hangover imaginable.
Guys, I don't like this.
Alright. It is Silent's turn. And you see she's going to look first behind her at Romulus, and then in front of her at Remus, and just... It really is like a bad trip. Twirl the pickaxe once, and then first swing it out towards Romulus. For 15. Huh? Didn't hear it.
You're muted.
Just hits.
Okay. For 8 piercing damage.
Okay, that's
As the pickaxe just jabs into like your ribs just under your arm. And she's gonna pull it out and use that momentum to swing back around to hit Remus, or try to. 12.
Would miss.
Yep. So instead, she just hits the wall right next to your head. And she's
I see. You haven't quite got the point.
She just glares at you, and you see her eyes just cloud over. And you can almost see the steam just rising in her ears. And it's just a wisecrack and a safe, how fitting. No, what? No, yeah, no, she's not poisoned. She's safe. And Grandma is a bit pointy. Excellent.
What?
And with that, we are back at the top of the round, and we are going to continue this next week.